All right, we can move on.
Yeah, do you have another topic or is it over?
I do have another topic for you.
What?
So, you had a question, and I'm putting you on blast.
Yeah.
You asked, why does everyone hype up twerk videos so much?
Oh yeah. Well, I technically asked you. I just showed you the tweet that I liked. Oh, well, I did ask you.
Yeah. It was a Meg video, right? I'm assuming.
That's what sparked the conversation. Yeah.
Because I don't know. I didn't know why you asked it, but then I saw.
You saw the video.
Yeah. No, I was like,
so
okay, that's probably why you're asking.
And then they made a whole like collage or like a thread saying like the Holy Trinity of videos. It was that one. It was a video of like Ari outside of her car, like she had like black leggings. I don't know if you ever saw that. It was like, what's that song? It was like Move That Dope. I think that's what she was talking to.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the other girl, I think her name was like Miss Twerksome, and she was like, I think she played. Was she playing the same song? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't think Ari was listening to Move That Dope. I think
I feel like they put that song on Ari's video.
Yeah, maybe they did. Yeah, but that was that infamous video.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is too, like in high school, me and my friends used to watch her videos. Like, why were we watching those videos? Like, I was like
watching twerk videos.
Like, no, Miss Twerksome. She was like a major on.
No, I remember. That's why I laughed because I'm like,
she had a run. We used to watch her videos in school.
She's still having a run.
Really?
She got the OF popping.
Oh, yeah, I haven't. That's crazy.
Allegedly, not
isn't
that I've been
crazy
doing my own research.
No, but it's not crazy that you could just constantly capitalize on.
Yeah, she's been working.
That's good for her. Yeah, she was like the OG on like YouTube. Like they had their little videos in her house. I remember her house because it was like carpet and it was a mirror. Am I sick?
Yo.
You remember it was like carpet and wasn't it like she was like in the upstairs part?
Don't ask me if I remember.
And it was like carpet. It was like one of those like our type style houses. It seemed like, or like a smaller house, and it was like carpet. And it was like a mirror. It was like no furniture too. Like where's the furniture? But yeah.
Yo, first of all, you are sick.
I just had the
like we gotta talk about your addiction to like.
My addiction.
You're addicted to thick women.
I'm not. What's wrong with you?
You are.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. We're gonna talk about it.
No, but I see stuff. I did be like, that's crazy.
I ceased.
Okay.
Wait, you looked at it?
I'm talking about TikTok. Like, okay. You get my nerves. You get my nerves. I was saying.
Wait, you looked at it? Was like.
No, like I just see stuff when I'm scrolling.
So you telling me you looked at it and said that's crazy?
Yeah, in my face. What am I supposed to do? Be like, oh, swipe, ooh, like act like I'm scared and swipe past it. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Nah, you meant when you said that's crazy. You're like, damn, that's crazy.
I was saying like that's crazy that people out here living like that. Like that exists. Like just,
that exists.
No, like that people just develop that way. No, like.
So it was so thick. You was like trying to question life.
Okay.
Like how is that even possible?
Okay. No, because some people's DNA just be crazy.
It do get crazy.
But yeah, like they like had like the whole thread of like they were like the Holy Trinity of twerk videos down. I guess like that's added. That video of Meg was added, and it was just doing a thread of like all the craziest videos. And this one girl did this question. She's like, it's twerking. Like I get like somebody was saying it like we get that it's twerking, but it was saying that they be moving their butts in ways they haven't seen before yet. So it's something I'm like, this sounds sick. I'm like, this is sick. Like why? Like what is going on? But it's like, I mean, I guess I get that. Like, okay, yeah, you might have not seen Meg move in that specific way, so of course the new video's gonna get more hype.
So she was using new techniques.
I guess so, but like as an overarching thing, though, it is kind of like we do kind of have to question like what is the appeal? Like it's the same. We're seeing the same movements like regurgitated. It's just like I don't know. It is kind of weird. Like I do kind of question it because it's like I said, when we was in high school, like it was like this was like twerking was kind of, you gotta admit, when we were like in high school, it was like a thing. It became like a phrase.
But that's where it's
been the thing. The jiving and the moving and the butt's been the thing. But the term twerking came out of the 2010s. I feel
no,
like. Really?
But it didn't, and that's where it's like.
But that's where it got famous.
That's where it got popular.
Yeah.
But the word twerking, I've heard. Like if you want to take a P.D. Pablo song, what's the famous P.D. Pablo song?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh Jesus.
But you know what I mean. Like the term twerking, definitely. If you look up Google, search Google.
Freaky League. I don't know why I didn't know.
Oh, Freaky League. Oh, okay.
Let me see
if
I can grab the lyrics for y'all.
When was that song come out? Like the 90s, the early 2000s.
No, Freaky League came out 2003.
Yeah, so it's been a term.
I have to do a control find to find the twerk reference.
Sometimes it doesn't work on Genius.
It doesn't. Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna try to find it somewhere else. But yeah, definitely it became more popular, and then once it hits the other skin tones,
sometimes they spell it, but maybe do TWU. but I don't know why it was peaceful like that.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of something else. These lyrics is hilarious.
What the heck?
This is always my favorite part.
That's sick. I never actually listened to the lyrics. But yeah, like no, it's definitely been a phrase. But like the 2010s is when it for some reason had like a peaking, like where it became like a phrase and everybody was doing it. And like, you know, twerk videos, twerk dance, like, you know, that's when it became a thing because like the internet, you know, and just the way dancing evolved.
I believe it's an Atlanta term if I'm not mistaken. But,
yeah, and it's just the way dancing evolved in the 2000s and the 2010s. Like, you know, you could look at old videos. They wasn't twerking in videos in 90s and 80s like the way they do now, you know.
Yeah.
So I think when we were like at that, like we were at the age where like this was like coming up, so we were growing up into that. So I get like back then why that was such like a thing for us, right? Like what's the word? It was such like a you know what I'm thinking of? Like it was just like whoa, what was this? Like not really an obsession, but just like an interest, right? Like because it was new. It was like this is a new type of thing. Like this is like something that's like trendy. So, of course, back then our interest was like sparked and peaked, and like seeing all this stuff is like, whoa, this is crazy. But then after certain, like that's what I'm saying. Like after a certain amount of years and like time, it's like no one, like who's checking for twerking videos? Like people, I guess people still are. Of course, obviously people are still checking for it. But it seems like people are still so obsessed, and like at this point, like I personally just don't understand.
I don't think it's the act or the movement itself, but it's the person.
The person. That's what I think, because it's somebody new that you're seeing doing this.
Right. Like if you see if you go out, and this is not me speaking about myself.
I know.
But if a gentleman was out on vacation and saw some women twerking on the beach, they would enjoy it.
Yeah, they would enjoy it.
They would enjoy
that.
that.
Because you're seeing
different people.
Yeah, and everybody is different. So if you're seeing the same butt twerking, it's only so many ways you've seen it move already. But I get if it's a different girl, it's like, okay, this is a different butt I'm seeing.
Right.
So I get that.
Like you said, it was Miss Twerksome, and then it's gonna be somebody else.
And people are already getting tired of like Ari and Meg. Like, all right, we get it. Like you could tell people like, okay, we get it. But let a new girl come out.
Right.
They're gonna hype her up until it's old.
And then if there's somebody that hasn't done it before and then they do it, then it's like, because I've seen like even older singers or just singers.
Yeah, like
in general.
Jordan Sparks. Like you saw the video, like it got like 1 million likes of her putting her jeans on.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, "Oh, since when was she shaped like this?" Like people are just obsessed over seeing people's bodies. So I get that.
Yeah.
And like that trend on TikTok where it's like the girls do like that handshake thing where they be like banging their hand on the table and shake it and turn around and do a little twerk dance. You know? You know what I'm talking about? Let me see.
I actually don't.
Somebody who just did it.
That sounds like a TikTok trend. I'm not familiar.
This girl just did it, so I actually could know right away. I think I just saw her on the timeline.
Bang their hand.
Yeah, it's like I just saw it. I knew I seen it. Oh my God, of course.
She looks like somebody I know.
She's East African, so that's probably why she was looking like. Could they have a specific look? This song. They do this hand thing. You haven't seen this trend? And they do this like twerk thing. So that's like, I feel like that's the thing too. People are seeing like more girls do it, like everyday girls. Like you click the sound and you see it's so many different girls that you're seeing doing this trend, and you're like.
But that's what I said.
So I get that, because like you're seeing different women.
But you're also getting different. That's like in addition to that, you're getting different versions. Like I feel like women are finding a way to incorporate a twerk into every single dance, or like some way to show body, hip movement, whatever. Because like, I feel like the Jersey. I'm calling it Jersey. I'm not calling it Philly.
Yeah, it's rock
Jersey.
your hips.
It's Jersey.
It's not hip shake your hips, whatever they're calling it. It's rock your hips, and it's a Jersey dance.
That's not gonna go away, because that gives women the ability to like, you know, show their body.
Yeah, and get more views, get more likes,
all that kind of stuff. So that's why, right? Like it's like you're taking your average everyday girl that you would have never seen do these kinds of things 5 years, not even 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, really.
Cause this TikTok thing is like a whole new thing. Is
quarantine?
Yeah. So I get it. That's a good answer. Like, and I think I understand that. I think if you want to break it down and say, "Are we tired of Meg's twerk videos?" then that could be a whole different conversation. Like, okay, yeah, Meg, we get it. Like, it's kind of getting old, but I mean, at the same time, it's dancing and it's fun to people. Like, it's fun, but it's like you don't have to necessarily record it and see it every time. But you know, it's her friends recording it too and posting it. It's not necessarily her, but
yeah.
But I do kind of feel like, yeah, like it's kind of like, all right, what else you got? Like we seen you twerk many times. Like I do get that it does get kind of like weird. But then again, like who are you to say that? Because like people could say that about me posting the TikToks and showing my outfit. It's like, okay, we seen your outfit, like we get it. So people might have the same thing. You could say that
Right,
about anything.
and people do that. Like regular people do that every time they go to a party. They record their friends doing it and
Yeah,
all that kind of
that's
stuff.
true.
Because
How many times have we seen your friend twerk on Instagram?
I think that people's issue with Meg specifically in those videos, first of all, you know, there's always going to be the element of woman jealousy about
Yeah, people are jealous.
people not liking other women getting attention. But
That's
also,
true.
I think that people don't really. There's been a wave of people that don't particularly like her anymore because of this whole situation. So no matter what she does, you know, she's not going to be able to win. So that,
But even despite the Tory situation, that just happens to every celebrity. There's
Right.
always this like we love her and then
we hate her.
we hate her, and they find
they find any reason to hate somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that they're definitely here to stay, and we're as the dance in general continues to develop,
It's only gonna get more and more.
and they're gonna find a way to shake some ass with
any
anything
challenge
on TikTok.
Literally, like it is
Even for things that have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean it is a little weird. I don't know. It is a little weird, but to each their own. Like somebody like Meg, that's her career. Fine. But like everyday people, you gotta be a little careful because these guys do be watching. Even though when they're legally not allowed to do those things, they will be biased. Like,
Right.
I can guarantee you, interviewers won't necessarily. They'll say that they are legally not allowed to look you up, but I could guarantee you that that's happened. They do, and you can't be mad with whatever bias they create. Like this is how you present yourself. If you're gonna do those things, though, maybe make your page private. People don't want to make their page private because they want clout and likes and potential fame. So just understand what comes with it. If that's what you're gonna put out there. Don't be mad at it. This is the society we live in.
Yeah, twerk videos are here to stay, and we love them.
They are.
I don't watch them, but I'm definitely.
Why'd you say you love them?
I don't.
I'm kidding.
I don't
I'm
love
kidding.
them. No, what I was about to
kidding.
say is, I hate how random my TikTok algorithm is.
Yeah.
Because I don't get videos like that, but like my Instagram is like that. Because my Instagram explore page, I swear to God,
It must be based off who you follow.
Like,
what people you follow liking, maybe. I don't know.
Remember, I just showed you the video of the guy shooting fireworks.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be a video like that, and then it'll be a video of cars, and then it'll be like a video of like a cow.
You know what?
And then it'll be like.
I think because you don't really interact with a lot of stuff too.
So it shows me everything.
It shows you, everything, and it shows you generic things. But I think they come up with an algorithm where they think you would like. So like they understand you're a male profile. You're like mid-20s. So I think they come up with their own like algorithm.
It'd be horrible.
You don't interact with anything like on socials. So
it's horrible at work because like I get in my explore page. I'm like, oh, there's a car.
Yeah.
Oh, there's animals. Like, look at this iguana.
And then here comes a girl.
And then there's ass all over my screen, right as the head of the department's walking by, and I'm like, oh my god.
And that also has to make you wonder like why society is set up that way too. Because you notice like you'll sign up to TikTok, and like you create your algorithm as you scroll. But a lot of times the videos that are thrown into your face initially it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
because they know. Because the thing is that men want it. You got a lot of young men on the app.
Yeah.
And then you have young women. Because women like women. I think everybody likes women.
Yeah, and if you ever see the comment section, girls be like, "I'm no better than a man." Like they'll say those
because they're looking respectfully.
Yeah.
And women like women, and women also want to emulate those women.
Yeah, and they admire them.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you also have the ones that are haters.
Yeah.
And then you have the men that want the women, and then you have the men that are haters. So you just anytime a woman posts anything, you have all of the interaction and engagement in the world. So that's why they push them, because it's going to be what's looked at the most. But yeah, twerk videos definitely aren't done. I think it's going to only continue, and maybe we could talk about this another day because we're getting up there in time. But maybe we'll talk about the wave of adult entertainers that is going to come in the next few years.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
Which sounds like a sick topic because you're talking about people that are probably underage
I
at this point.
No, I was really about to say that. Cause I'm like, think about some kids who are like, I know this sounds crazy, but like are 8 or 9 right now who are inevitably gonna end up in that path. That's 10 years.
You have to put action.
Okay, I'm saying that's 10 years.
I know, that's a sick.
I'm sorry, that sounds crazy. But I'm saying like the next 10 years is gonna be crazy.
And for context, because that did sound a little nuts, we're gonna clean this up a little bit. The only reason I said that was because I think that with the way trends are on TikTok, and like I just said, things like showing your body and all that kind of stuff gets the most popularity. I think that women are going to be more
like inclined
to do those sort of things,
they see and that's where the money is.
And I think that there's going to be I think that that line of work, it won't ever go all the way to the point of being like accepted, socially accepted, like not looked at as being a demeaning job or being like a trashy job. It'll never reach there, but I do think that the stigma around it is going to keep decreasing.
Yeah, because it's gonna become, because we're gonna see so much of it, like you said, like you kind of low key get soft porn on
Instagram,
and
Instagram
TikTok. And TikTok. So it's like I said, I feel like it is like slowly kind of getting society to be more comfortable with these things, and yeah, and it's definitely gonna be less taboo. I feel like, so people are gonna do, and like we talk about the social media obsession of like looking rich or being, or even trying, actually having money. And for a lot of people, that's the easy way out to get money. But we'll see.
It's not even really money.
It'll either be that, or there'll be a pullback. Like it's gonna be interesting. It'll either be that's gonna happen, or people are gonna realize like that the OnlyFans thing was like a wave, and only a few select people really making money.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Do you see that whole thing with OnlyFans too, like pulling back from that type of content? Remember, like that was like a whole thing.
Yeah, and they completely.
But that never happened. Right?
They completely reversed it like a couple of days later.
But we'll see. Like it's gonna be really interesting. Like you said, it's either gonna be a huge surge, or it's gonna be a pullback. So
I think it'll be a surge, because I think the stigma is dropping. Because like you could even see in the way that guys talk about some of the girls, it's like not looked at. Because I think this generation coming up, and a little bit of our generation maybe, I think we don't care as much about a lot of things. So like I saw one TikTok, there's almost like OnlyFans celebrities now. So it's like people really like them as people. So they don't particularly care about the act itself.
Yeah.
Right? Because
there's a lot of like people like OnlyFans stars that like that have like YouTube.
Right.
And like the comments are normal. Like people are like, oh, like so cute, like love your outfit, love it. Like they just treat them regular.
Right. And I feel like the older generation damn sure was not like that.
Yeah.
Or it's like this whore.
That's why a lot of those people in that industry, like there was like a lot of suicide rates and stuff, like high suicide rates.
Right. And people were drugged out, the stress, and being forced to not forced necessarily, because everything's a choice, but like having to do certain things to get into certain places. But now you have the whole platform to build for yourself. You can do whatever you're doing with the people you want to do it with. It's not like, okay, you're doing a scene and this is the guy that you have to do it with, and it doesn't have to be that way anymore. There's more of a choice to it. So I think that I think honestly OnlyFans in terms of that line of work has made it better and safer for them, to be honest with you. Because you could be in the comfort of your own home making tons of money. Yeah. You don't have to deal with weird, shady companies. You invite who you want to invite, and you get to control your whole thing. There's no trafficking. I think it's a benefit.
And there's no like you said, not doing what they don't want to do too. Because I'm sure they like lots of times they're like pressure into doing scenes and stuff with people that they don't want to do it with, or like positions or certain things.
Right. Like I think I heard one. Yeah, there was one woman talking about it. One ex-star. And she was saying how one guy tested positive for something.
And it still made her go through with it?
She didn't end up doing it because she just didn't want to, for obvious reasons. They were like, yeah, we're not really sure.
That's crazy.
And then they still wanted her to go through with it, but then because she didn't, they labeled her, they kind of like blackballed her.
Wow.
Which is crazy. But yeah, so we'll definitely see it in flux. But it's just interesting to see the way, the intricate, detailed, granular ways that the mindset of our generation and the younger generation is starting to infiltrate other parts of the world and the way things work. And this is specific to the U.S. Every other part of the country is still, part of the world is still going to view things how they view things. But at least in our scope, the U.S., I think that it's definitely shifting towards like a more liberal sort of thing where everybody's a celebrity, and I think some of the stigmas about things are
just
going away. One benefit about TikTok is people are definitely a lot more expressive. I feel like a lot more artistic. people are going to be more comedic, and people are funny, and people are able to have a better platform. So it's not really like that I hate TikTok, because I know I always sound like I hate TikTok as a platform. I just hate the because with any big platform, it's subject to bad things happening. Like, there's so many good things about TikTok, amazing things. People's lives have changed for the better. Music that I wouldn't have been privy to previously. And I love music. I need music in my life. Music is like drugs to me. TikTok has so many benefits, but there's so many other negative aspects. Now, to be clear, when I just gave my whole OnlyFans little soliloquy right there, it's not that I necessarily want people to feel like they have to go down that route, but if they decide to go down that route, at least it's better. So I'm not encouraging people to go in that line of work.
Yeah,
but
it's better than the traditional path.
You know, yeah. If you decide to go down that route, at least people will be able to do it safer in the comfort of their own home, and they don't have to be in sketchy situations or feel like they have to prostitute and literally put their lives on the line. Prostitutes get killed all the time, and we want to avoid, scenarios like that. But it will be interesting to see. Twerk videos are here to stay. Yeah. And clean your cookies.
What?
Yeah, clean your cookies. We know you nasty now.
Clean what cookies?
We know what your search history looks like now.
On what? That was when I was like 14, 15. 10 years ago. 10 years?
Yeah, you old.
11 years almost.
You almost 3 decades old.
That's a long time to be on Earth. Not really. It's not a long time.
30 years is a long time.
It's a long time.
If somebody gave you 30 years of jail time, you'd be damn near dead right now. At the end of it.
I'll be like 50. What the heck?
57.
Yeah, 55. Like, stop playing out. Like, you just play too much. Like, we're not
Wait,
that old.
How old are you?
Can you talk? We're 25. 20 is a long time though.
We got anything else?
No.
Okay, and I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching the A Couple of Things podcast with Alex and Mal. This has been episode 46. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back next Monday.